Hi everyone, my name is Sherry Phelan. I'm the chair of the Susan Samueli Integrative Health Institute Advisory Board. It's my honor, and I see so many of my fellow board members here, and it's just really great to be a part of this incredible work and to see all of these amazing smiling faces. I personally want to surround myself with people that have this information so they can remind me, we can remind each other, and we can continue to up-level the quality of our lives. So great to see you all here. I have the pleasure of introducing our next speaker, who will lead us in a shared experiential. Joining us to guide the experience in this is the samueli.institute's own Heather Rice. Heather is a licensed acupuncturist. She earned a Master of Science in Chinese Medicine at the Pacific College of Health and Science in San Diego. Heather's also a naturalist, and I've learned so much from her expertise. I personally have had the pleasure of hiking with Heather. I think that should be what we call it from now on, hiking with Heather, as one of the fun and inspiring perks of the Well-Being Circle, which you can learn about on the cards on your tables. Heather currently sees patients at Susan Samueli's Integrative Health Institute in Irvine, as well as our UCI Health in Newport Beach. Well, we've heard about the importance and value of electroacupuncture this morning from Dr. Malik, and Heather is also passionate advocate for the transformative power of acupuncture and acupressure. So please join me in welcoming Heather Rice.
Hello, everyone. Oh, wow. I'm glad that you guys invited me to help lead this experiential session. So what we're going to do, we're not really going to be learning specific things about what acupressure does, but what we're going to be learning about is we're going to actually do it on ourselves. So what I want us to try to do is kind of try to face me and have your chair centered. And we're going to do for the next 10 minutes a little acupressure routine that is very beneficial to help reducing stress and relieving some anxiety. So, let's see. Okay. Actually, let's go back. So why acupressure, right? So we started offering acupressure during the pandemic to our staff and the hospital staff, and I would lead Zoom acupressure sessions for 20 minutes with people. And the biggest thing that I was seeing is that we weren't able to be together, and so we weren't able to have touch. And so touch is so important in our lives. So I love that we could do this on ourselves. It's used in like somatic psychology actions where we do tapping therapies. And what it really does is that it connects us to our mind, our body, and our emotions. This acupressure points that we'll do together have been studied with a lot of different studies to help with reducing stress, regulating our emotions, and improving our physical health. So acupressure was first mentioned in the Wang Di Neijing, which is the Yellow Emperor's Classic over 2,000 years ago. And what it is that we can use our hands, which we're going to do today, or you could use elbows or heels or little devices. You've probably seen gua sha tools these days on all the Instagram things, to stimulate specific points on the body. And na is a term called holding, which is like the actual pressure. So pressing on the points has a similar activation as doing the acupuncture with the needle. Not as strong, but it does have the similar effectiveness. So when we hold the point for a period of time, about 1 to 2 minutes, that's what really activates our nervous system to help release stress, as well as kind of increase movement of qi, which we call energy, and blood in the body, and also help with alleviating pain. So tips is that you want to find the most tender spot. So we're going to show kind of where they are, and then you want to feel around on your body to see which one's the most tender, because that's the spot that needs it. And we've been hydrating, so keeping ourselves hydrated like you have a massage, you don't want to feel sore afterwards. And then staying with the same point for about 1 to 2 minutes. If you just touch a point, it might do something, but not as much as you've actually kind of really massaged that spot. So let's dive in. So our first point here is called REN 17. I think it's a nice place to start, because this is where a lot of us don't breathe, right? It's hard for us to breathe. So it's in the center of the chest. So they say in the 4th intercostal space of your ribs, but it's kind of even with the nipple line in a way along the sternum. So what you want to do is you just want to kind of press in here with your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers, and you'll feel maybe a really tender spot in here, okay? So once you find that spot, just kind of do a gentle massage and breathing. This point is named REN 17, Ton Zhong, which means chest center. They make it pretty easy to tell you where the point is, as well as its location and kind of what it does for us. So this point is the sea of qi. So this is where all of our breathing is coming from. It also it works with our heart chakra, so it connects to the heart. It's also what we call the front moo point of the pericardium. And the pericardium is one of the points we'll be learning today, but the pericardium is our protector of our heart. So sometimes we kind of really tighten everything and pull in. So this is a nice point to kind of open and relax and spread our qi. So this point's great for asthma. It's great for breast pain. It's really good for anxiety, hiccups, and even trouble swallowing. All right, let's move to our next point. So who doesn't have pain in their top of their shoulders? This is the #1 point that I do for everyone for stress. This is contraindicated for pregnancy, so if anyone's pregnant in the audience, just you can touch, but be very gentle on your body. Don't sit there and wail like the rest of us probably will. So the definition is between your acromion, which is your edge of your clavicle out here, and the back of your C7 neck, but it's the top of your trapezius muscle. And what I like to do is the same sort of technique, a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger, just pressing in, and this is where you want to feel the most tender spot, okay? Take a nice deep breath into that. Sometimes it feels nice to bend your neck side to side. Sometimes even moving your shoulder a little bit. This is the meeting point for the gallbladder channel, our stomach channel, and our Sanjiao channel. These are all what we call yang channels. Let's switch to the other side. These yang channels have the ability of like really strongly moving energy. So that's why it's contraindicated in pregnancy, because we actually use this point in the hospital to help getting labor going. So this is a great point to do if you need to get stuff moving. It's obviously great for migraines. A lot of us have tension. Sorry, my mic's a little, I'll do it this side. This is a great point for migraines. It's a really good point for high blood pressure as well. So you can help reducing blood pressure. And it's also good for relieving anger and irritability. So it's a nice one to kind of like, okay. The next point is on our wrist, which we know a lot of research here. It's called pericardium 6. I love its name. Neiguan is inner gate. So it's the inner gate to the heart. So in Chinese medicine, the pericardium protects the heart. And the heart is the emperor. And you can't just go and talk to the emperor. You have to go through the pericardium to do things. So when we treat things for the heart, the physical heart, we actually go through the pericardium channel. If we're treating things more for like insomnia and some emotional parts affecting our heart channels, we use the actual heart channel. So pericardium 6, it's about 3 finger widths up from the wrist area here on the palmar surface of the wrist between those 2 tendons. So what I like to do is I actually press firmly with my thumb into this area, and it's about 2 soon up. This point is really good for nausea, so it's the #1 nausea point. We use this a lot for morning sickness, nausea with chemotherapy, nausea from stress and anxiety. It's really great for hiccups. It's really good for palpitations. Let's switch sides. It's also good for carpal tunnel syndrome, so it actually activates energy flow in the median nerve. And it also helps our digestion, so it takes us back to like a resting state, and also helps regulate our parasympathetic nervous system. So it takes us out of that fight or flight. So this is one that like sometimes if you just want to like press this against your chest and just hold that heart space right here while you press on this point, is a really nice one to do. And our fourth point here is called Yin Tong. It's the Hall of Impression. This point is right between the eyebrows and right above the nose. This is a lovely point. This is my favorite point for insomnia. It actually activates the pineal gland that helps release melatonin. So this is the point I tell people to do if you're waking up in the middle of the night, to really just massaging this point. You can use very light touch with your middle finger. You can use your index finger, whatever feels more natural. And I like to kind of stroke it upwards, just kind of calming. I kind of pretend like I'm petting a kitten or something. So this point is good for dispelling wind, so it's good for allergies, sinus stuff as well, is calming the spirit and helping with insomnia. It's one of, the best point here for it. Activates, this is our heart chakra, this activates our third eye chakra, so it's really good for intuition. So I love that point for that. And our last point is why I brought my chair, is spleen 6. So spleen 6 is one of the points now we're doing with research for hypertension. And the way I like to find it is I cross my leg over my knee like this, and I take my hand about the 4 fingers and just put that right on my ankle. And so that's about 3-4 inches up, and it's along that bone, and it's usually pretty meaty. Sometimes they do say this is contraindicated in pregnancy too, so just be gentle. But this is a really nice point this is the yin point. So we did the big point for all the yang. This is the crossing point for the yin channels of the liver, the kidney, and the spleen. Really good for cramps, really good for edema in the body, like urinary edema, menstrual pain, digestive edema, bloating, all of that. And it helps with reducing pain as well. So, and altogether, this one nourishes our blood. So nourishing our blood is really beneficial for calming the spirit and helping kind of just feel more relaxed. So doing this routine, to be honest, I live in the mountains now. I don't know who knows that or doesn't know that, but I live up in the mountains. And I've been doing this along this creek and just doing these 5 points. And it's just been a really lovely experience using these 5 points and really helping me feel more calm and relaxed. This is from a previous Wellbeing Circle event where we were drinking tea in the forest. So in summary, our acupressure here helps calm our nervous system, helps relieve tension in our muscles, and how you do it is you stimulate both sides of the body in about 1 to 2 minutes, so about 5 to 10 minutes a day. And don't forget to breathe and drink tea.